Hey guys! So, welcome back to another episode of Wine and Whispers, the live edition. Ooh.
So excited. We just had a couple of new people join us. Hello.
Cello.
So,
Cello.
we typically do the Whisper to Us episode once
A season?
This season, we decided to do it live because we wanted to get the feedback, the raw reaction that you guys
Tell us how you feel.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's uncork, which we did.
Summer wine. Is that what it's called?
Yep, summertime in a bottle, it says.
It felt
It's
like
a
summertime
rosé.
today. Oh,
It did feel like summer today. Perfect.
it did.
Perfect for today.
This was the first warm day too.
Yep.
All right.
Right.
Focus.
So we're gonna get started with our whispers. Again, if you can't stay to watch the entire thing, that is fine. We are recording this as our regular recording day so that this way this can post and be live for Thursday. And then we also want you guys to interact with us as we're reading these whispers. Let us know your thoughts. Let us know your feedback. What you would do if you were in that situation, if you know what I mean.
All of the
And I'm gonna be
shenanigans.
leaning in and out because the way my eyes are set up. Don't judge me.
Ooh,
Okay.
ooh,
Okay.
ooh.
I'm going to be checking the screen so I can see you guys' comments and stuff like that.
Okay.
Oh, wait, let me get my cup, Tamika said.
Yes, Cub.
Hello, Mrs. White.
All right. So here we go.
Ready.
I don't like it
What's
that
the
way.
title of the first one?
Wait.
Oh, sorry.
Dang. Okay, so this is the simple birthday dinner dilemma. I'm 37, a single mom, and currently in my academic era, working on a master's. Between the cost of tuition and the fact that my 12-year-old is officially a human vacuum cleaner who eats me out of house and home, seriously,
That's
Have-
all of them.
yo, it's all of them. Seriously, have y'all seen these grocery prices lately? Girl, I feel you. I can't afford nothing anymore. I'm the definition of living paycheck to paycheck. Girl, same. And I don't have a paycheck, so I'm living to $20 in my pocket to
Right.
$20 in my
That
pocket.
part. Pay your bills and keep moving.
Yo, facts. I'm also the commute queen. Every other weekend, I'm doing a 3-hour round trip to the next state for drop-offs and pickups. My son's father and I have been co-parenting for 9 years. Love it.
Mm-hmm.
And usually we're stable-ish.
What's the ish?
I understand the ish. But this year, the birthday math just wasn't mathing for my son's birthday. Since this wasn't a milestone year, so 12, I'm assuming they turned 12
Okay.
their birthday.
Okay.
Because 13 is a milestone year.
Correct.
So they're turning 12 is my assumption. My son wanted to keep it chill with a museum and a dinner. First off, let's talk about that. The son wants to go to the museum. Yes, son.
Right.
Okay.
Very easy. I was just give me a dinner with my friends and that was it.
Right, very much
Yeah.
so. Museum is still very easy too, though, to be
Mhm.
fair.
Mm-hmm.
Also, what 12-year-old wants to go to the museum? So I love that. Okay. Okay, no party, no rented event space, no TikTok-worthy aesthetics, just quality time. To keep things simple and my bank account intact, I only invited my mom. I was thinking low stress, high value. Okay, so we got the son, the mom, and the grandma.
Okay, fair enough.
I like it. That's definitely low stress, low bank account, stays normal,
Mm-hmm.
right? You spending like 200 max with the tickets for the museum plus dinner, $250.
Right. If that. The max, 350.
Right. 350 is a lot, but
yeah.
Oh well, I guess if you want to include a present,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Just days before, I made a brief comment about my finances to his father. Although his father provides financial support, I am in no way getting rich off of it. Girl, no one is, because
Right.
the money ain't the math
The
ain't nothing,
money
for
goes
real.
to the kids, to the things that you got to do.
Right. And so like even if you get a little bit on the side from him, child support, whatever, it goes so fast. In the blink of an eye, the snap of the fingers, it's just gone. Who's driving?
Kathy. The fact that you can see that from there, I have to lean in. The way my eyes are set up.
We agree. No,
Don't squirrel. Come on.
I'm sorry. Focus. Where am I? Oh, I'm 100% responsible for my household. I'm paying for grad school Shoom. I'm paying for grad school out of pocket, which ain't cheap. That's
Nope.
my sidebar, which ain't cheap.
Yeah.
And I literally cannot go above my means. I thought we were on the same page. I thought the boundaries were set. Ooh, here it comes. I feel it. Here is where the drama starts. When I asked him for a head count for the reservation, he casually mentions it'll be 10 people on his end. Wait a minute. First off,
She has like under she has under 6 or something like that, right?
no, she has 2. It's herself and her mother
And her son.
and her son. But we cannot count on the son,
Right.
right? Birthday boy. So she invited one person. She is a total of 3 people. Her, the birthday boy, the grandmother. This Negro said 10. And I say Negro, he may not be a Negro. This man said 10. Okay. Focus. But I didn't think much of it. Oh, girl. As soon as he said 10, I would have thought of it. I was like, you bringing money for 10 people? That's the first thing that would have been out of my mouth. You bringing this money? Because I'm paying for.
Especially after I just told you that my finances are tight. Like, what are you
Right.
doing? What are we doing here?
It would have been quick. I'm bringing my finances for me, my son, and my grandmother. Okay, great. So I didn't think much of it. I called the restaurant, added them to the count, and moved on. Okay, queen. It didn't even cross my mind to send a FYI, I'm not paying for your whole ass village. I would have sent the I'm not paying for your whole ass village text. Okay. In my head, if you invite 10 people to a casual dinner, you or they are handling that. I'm the one in the books every night. I'm not exactly out here looking to sponsor a banquet. That's what it is.
Right.
It's a
Yeah.
banquet.
Yeah.
Because
it's a whole party.
Let's be honest.
And then once you go over 8, gratuities automatically included. But we're not gonna just because we can squirrel. I don't want to squirrel. I'm gonna get the whole story first before I start give my opinion.
That's 15 people. All right.
Yeah.
When the bill conversation finally happened, he was not thrilled. He actually said, I put him in a bind because he assumed I'd be splitting the entire bill 50-50. This Negro.
Why would I split?
Yeah, you told me not to squirrel.
I stopped.
Okay.
I stopped.
I apologize for the I need my hands miscommunication. Lies. But inside, I was baffled. Like, sir, we just talked about my budget. How do you go from I'm broke for school to sure, I'll pay for you and your 5 guests? It felt like a total disconnect from reality. I stood my ground. Good job.
Yeah,
10 toes
good for
down.
her.
And we agreed that I would pay for myself, my son, and my mom. Oh. He and his wife. So this whole man got a whole wife. And wait, so then you wanted me to pay for you and your wife?
Right. Nah, you bugging.
Sorry. He and his wife would take care of theirs. Plot twist, I end up only paying for me and my mom. Beautiful. Yes. Who cares if you pay child support? Thank you for taking care and paying for your baby.
Yeah.
Because you probably, as a mom, pay for the museum. All right. But it left me wondering, is there some unwritten host rule I missed? Or is expecting a 50-50 split on a 10-to-1 guest ratio just wild? Also, how do you handle financial transparency and co-parenting without it feeling like you're asking for permission or making excuses? So
I'm listening.
And
I'm listening to what Nikita has to say.
Yes.
But I'm also gonna be looking at the screen to see what you guys have to say about this scenario and what you would do.
So I understand it's a birthday dinner. So I've done birthday dinners, and I've done it where I've paid for everyone in the place, right? So I took Ibrahim out to dinner, and I paid for everybody. And at the end of the night, I said, "Yo, if you can just send me money, great. If not, no problem." I called it a dub. So, but I just paid for it.
But you walked in knowing that was going to be the situation.
But that's what I'm saying. Is there some unwritten host rule? So
okay,
that's the unwritten host rule. I invited everyone to the dinner for Ibrahim, so then I paid for everybody. I didn't even ask if the bill needed to be given to anybody, if we had to discuss and talk about it. I just accepted that it was coming out of my card, and I was paying for it. At the end of the night, people were like, "Oh, well, how much do you want me to send for you?" And I said, "Well, if you want, here's a bill split. Let's say there were 10 of us. Here's a bill split 9 ways, because the birthday boy don't pay, right?
Right.
Or the birthday person don't pay. So that's my assumption. So then I also went to another birthday dinner, and there was 5 of us at the birthday dinner, and I already went in with the assumption that the birthday person wasn't paying,
Right.
And-
You should never go with the assumption that they're going to pay.
right? And that since there were 5 of us, the bill was going to be split 4 ways.
Okay.
And the bill was split 4 ways. Like, that was the assumption. But again, there was a preference that we've done this before. This is the homies. We know how it's split. We know what the deal is. We know that this is what it's going to be.
Right.
So, with this co-parenting idea, I feel like you need to be as clear and concise as possible when co-parenting. You don't want to make an assumption just because you are having a birthday dinner for this 12-year-old and he inviting 10 and you inviting 2.
I beg to differ. Like,
But niggas ain't shit.
they ain't.
Okay.
They ain't. Because I definitely would have sat there and looked at you like you was stupid and like, I paid for my kid, figure it out. Right?
And my mama.
Right? I paid for my kid, I paid for my mother, figure it out. Because how dare you think that you're going to come somewhere and I'm paying for everybody, especially when you have a whole ass wife.
It's the wife for me.
You have a whole ass wife with you and you're bringing, yes, did it say who those extra 10 people were, what type of, like, how are they related or whatever?
No. It don't matter.
I'm going to make the assumption it's family, right? But even if with the assumption that it's family, like, they should know, like, I don't know. I automatically think if I'm going to be invited into something, I'm coming with money. Unless the person who's hosting adamantly says, don't worry about it.
Right. I agree.
I'm coming with the intention of knowing that I'm going to contribute something.
I'm paying.
Something.
I don't know what, but I'm paying for something.
Right. I'm paying for something. Hey, I'll just sell it to you. Or here it is underneath the table. So because that's a lot for one person to take. Even when the economy was good, it's a lot for one person to take.
For a 15-person dinner is expensive.
Oops, sorry. I'm not drunk. Don't look at me like that.
You see how I had to stop? Okay. So I feel like 15 people easily can go to $1,000. And that's if...
Oh, okay. We got some feedback. Go ahead. What's your thought?
Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Okay, so that... That's if also, like, are there drinks involved and things of that nature? Are we all adults? Kids meal? All those things. I think you can easily get up to $1,000 for a 15-person.
Yeah, because gratuities automatically... First of all, if it's after a certain time, regardless of the size of the party, they're slapping gratuity on, right?
Absolutely.
And then if you have 8 or more, they're automatically slapping gratuity. And it changes based on the number of people. So if you have 8, it's one level. If you have 10, it's another level.
15 is another.
Right, and so on and so on.
Right.
So I'm going to jump to the comments here on YouTube. So we have one person that says, I feel like the father and wife should have definitely paid for who they invited.
I agree.
It wasn't fair to assume that the mother was going to pay for everyone.
Especially after she said, yo, I'm broke.
Right.
I don't got no money.
She had the whole conversation with him, right?
Right.
And then another person, it says, it's definitely the wife. Definitely the wife, seriously. So yeah. Yeah, I think it should be him coming with the knowledge. Okay, you bring your 10 extra people. Either the 10 extra people come with their money, or you as the person who is inviting these 10 extra people should cover their costs.
But then it also makes me sit down and realize that this is why she's not with you anymore. Because you made this whole ass assumption that you bring in 10 people and the biddy over there is going to pay for it. This biddy said, nah. She said, absolutely not. I'm not paying for this because I already had a conversation and I told you that I'm paying for me, my mama, and the birthday boy because I'm paying for grad school.
Right.
Plus his tuition, which means he goes to a private school. So then all of his events, all of his after-school programming, the food that he eats, because he's a growing boy, so that means he goes through a jug of milk every 3 days.
Right.
He goes through 12 eggs every every 4
4
days. So he's just doing all of the things. And when he's doing all of the things, it's not enough. And it don't matter.
Yeah. And then we have more comments. So another comment, all those adults came with the empty hands.
Oh, so
I hope they
all came in long arms.
They didn't. And then we have he was very inconsiderate. The wife was definitely swimming in all of that. She probably is the one that's just like, why should we pay extra?
Why are we paying? Well, girl, first off, girl.
She ain't a real woman. I said what I said when I said it. She ain't a real woman, because if you're a real woman, you'd be like, nah, you inviting these people, you gotta pay for them. Or better yet, you should
have told them.
You should furthermore say, nah, it's okay. I'd even take. He said he'd pay for everyone except for her mother.
Yes.
I would even accept that he would pay for everyone except for her mother.
So, again, if he's inviting these people, he should have been quick to say, hey, you 10 people, come prepared to pay. Wait, there's one more question.
Oh, there's one more question?
Okay, so then that's the host rule, 50-50 split. So then she asks, how do you handle financial transparency? But I thought she did.
She did. She said, hey, I ain't got it.
Okay, so how do you handle it without feeling like you're asking for permission or making excuses? But you're not. Like, when you told him that you're paying for grad school, you're paying for the tuition, this is a very low-key kind of thing, you're being transparent. You're telling already, I'm not paying for Jim, Jane, and Tyrone. Like, what is happening?
He's an F-boy.
Oh.
He's an F-boy, because if you were a man, she wouldn't even be having the situation that she's currently having.
But again, this is why they're not together. That, like, the signs are there by why they're not still together.
Yeah.
They made a beautiful blessing of a boy, and then they moved on.
Yeah.
Happy birthday, 12-year-old.
Yeah, happy birthday.
I hope you enjoyed the museum.
All right.
Anything else about this before we jump into our next
hold
whisper?
on, we got something on the gram. The gram said, okay.
He should have paid for everyone.
Including the mother. Ooh, okay.
Absolutely. Including the mother. So listen, I'm not mad at it, especially because you brought 80% of the party. And let me find out, on a whole nother note, let me find out that you then brought 80% of the party and y'all was drinking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I would have been pissed. You ordering shots and drinks to the birthday party for a 12-year-old, and then you want us to split it 50 fucking way? Split it 50-50? I think I would have left with my son and my mother and walked out.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Had he not understand the communication is she didn't do that double check to see.
But why does she need to?
Right, she shouldn't have to. I would have been like, split the bill.
Absolutely.
Split the bill. 4 was it 4, 3? 3 over here,
right,
and the 10 over there.
It would have been quick. Seat 1, 2, and 3 are my responsibility. The rest of them are his.
Yeah.
Call it a day.
And let him figure it out.
Absolutely. 50-50. What?
That's the pettiness.
That's 13
people. I'm petty. I'm petty. I know I'm petty.
We all know I'm petty. Yeah. So,
all right.
Okay, whisper
on to the next.
number 2.
You want to do them all or no? No, you don't want to do them all.
I don't. I sound crazy,
I know. You don't
y'all.
sound crazy.
I feel like I sound crazy.
Okay. Ooh. All right. So this one is called. Wait, what is it called? You moved it too fast.
I didn't do nothing.
You did. Where we go? Okay, this one doesn't have a title. Sorry. Okay. All right. So this person, hey Wispy, said, first off, I want to say how proud I am of both of you. Thank you, boo.
Thanks, boo.
Can't wait to see what's in store for this podcast. Now down to the drama. I love it.
The drama.
I love it. Oh, okay. Let me turn this off because y'all know I be getting hot. Don't be judging me.
No one is judging.
Okay.
The fact that we were just talking about this today, too.
Yeah. 37-year-old female, has been seeing this 45-year-old male.
Start over.
37
have been seeing a
45-year-old male.
Okay. 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. Okay.
Not you count on the age gap.
I wanted to know the difference. I had to understand.
Count on the age gap. Okay. Of course, what attracted me to him initially was his looks. 1, I'm a sucker for a chocolate.
Oh, he's a chocolate man.
Sugar.
I love a good chocolate man.
2, he's very exciting sexually. And 3, he makes me feel eager and carefree to try new things sexually. While getting to know each other, I disclosed some fantasies of mine, which may have been a mistake on my end.
I disclosed. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Because he has disclosed that he previously had been in poly type of relationships.
He had been in poly. So poly meaning
polyamorous.
No, but meaning that I'm dating you and Felicia and Margaret all at the same time.
Or maybe,
but not
or I don't know if there's a male involved in this. It just says poly.
Or Tyrone. Okay. Right. 'Cause we call him
Tyrone.
Tyrone.
Focus. In doing so, we had a threesome, which was one
I'm
of
so
my
sorry, y'all. Excuse me.
fantasies, and it was with another man. I don't regret the experience because it was a great experience given the fact that it was my first time. I was equally pleased with both men. Okay, girl.
Get it. Get it.
This happened months ago, and now he has mentioned that he wants to do it again. My response was it wasn't my intention to do it again because it was a fantasy that was fulfilled, and I'm good.
Oh, she wanted one and done.
Right, one and done.
Okay,
She's good.
one and done.
His response was, I'm being selfish.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Now, my spidey senses start to tingle because I'm thinking he thought maybe if he introduced it to me, I'd be open to living a poly lifestyle, and I'm not. I'm not the sharing type, and honestly, I just
Me neither.
don't trust men. I don't want anyone to see me out and comment, oh, I heard her with her partner, or share intimate stories or details about me. However, men gossip because we know they do. Exclamation point. They sure do, honey.
They do.
Sure do.
They gossip just like us.
Right? Am I overthinking the situation? I'm a Virgo, LOL, and I'm definitely an overthinker, and I overanalyze everything. A little part of me thinks that he wants me to practice that lifestyle or have threesomes more often, and I'm not with it.
I want it once and done.
Right. Oh, yeah. How could I forget about this comment the other guy in the threesome said? He said they share everything. Oh, yeah.
So they've been in bed together.
Yeah. This is the person that she did the threesome with. So the person she's with and whoever they did the threesome with says they share everything. Okay? Can't make this up.
STDs.
Right. It threw me off and made me so angry because he said it twice and I cursed him out. Because how rude is that to say?
Very.
Right. I was like, this ninja is never going to touch me again. And I know he wants to. I honestly feel like the other guy likes me and wanted me from the beginning because I recollect some incidents before we shared the experience and it was giving that they both wanted to share me.
Like alone.
Yeah.
Like alone. Just him and her.
Right. But I don't want to be shared. And that was in bold. She wrote that in bold. I don't want to be shared. Caps.
No, I want my man and my man only.
Right. On a regular basis or often, what do I do? Or what should I do?
Break up with the ninja that wants to share you and go with the man. No, just break up. Oh my gosh, just break up. Because, so now, my thought process is, I need names, right? So the women.
What do you need names for?
Because I need a difference between the two men. So the man who I'm dating is Ben, and the man who was invited to our bedroom is Joe.
Okay.
Ben needs to be dumped.
Oh.
Immediately.
Okay.
Because you're not respecting my boundaries. You're telling me, well, you're being selfish. Bitch, bye. Listen, if I wanted a threesome, and I want one and done, I want one and done. And you should respect that. Not try and then force me to have another threesome.
Right.
Not say, well, I'm being selfish and try and bully me into having another threesome. No. Just accept the fact that I'm one and done. I thank you for checking off my bucket list.
But she enjoys him still, sexually.
That's fantastic. But he's not getting fulfilled because he wants you in bed with Joe. Or Felicia. Or Joe, Felicia, and Jimbo Bob. I don't know. I'm just saying. That's the vibe that I'm getting.
Jimbo Bob for me.
Because obviously he's not afraid to be in bed with a Jimbo Bob. So.
No, he's not. Now, I have questions. Like, I know that you participated in the threesome because it was a fantasy that you wanted to try.
I love it for you.
But do you know if Ben and what's the other one? Joe,
they
have fun themselves? I'm curious.
So like,
or they try to act like they don't, but they do.
Right. Do Ben and Joe go into hotel rooms without you?
I'm just, because I'm trying to understand. This is a Diddy situation,
But But then it's just, I can't even think my thoughts. So then if it is right, my thoughts then go to the idea that you don't want to be shared,
right?
But are you okay with Ben sharing himself with others?
So
he's
that's a question.
So he's not sharing you, which is what you do not want.
Right.
But are you okay with him being shared with others? My opinion is no.
I don't think she said she's a share. I mean, it was a one-time thing. It was fulfilled for her, but she doesn't share. And she put that in caps.
So then she doesn't want Ben to be shared either.
She doesn't want Ben to be shared either, and she doesn't want to be the one that's shared.
Right. So, girl, you got yourself in a predicament, and it sounds like you got to get yourself out this predicament.
I know that's hard to hear.
Did you just pick up the
I guess I did. I didn't even know I did it. Leave me alone.
Okay.
Melanie's laughing.
As you should be. Listen, she's getting a cackle.
But you see, for
That's
me,
how.
I just keep thinking of the fact that, like, sometimes when it's good, it's hard to run away when it's good.
So
it's hard to run away when it's good.
So if it's good, right? If it's good, then maybe
your back be broken out, like just the way you want. I'm sorry.
What happened, D? What happened? Janice, what will be happening?
When you get your back blown, it's hard to go.
Okay, but then maybe, listen, I'm all for black back
blown,
right? But then maybe you have to sit down and you have to think, what are you willing to sacrifice for your back being blown? Facts. And if you're okay,
unless she can redirect it where she's in control of the situation, where she just needs him when she needs him, and then that's it.
And that's what I was about to say.
Okay, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. I feel like if you're okay with having him every other Thursday,
right? String him along and use him the way they use us,
right? But not string him along. You're gonna be let's be transparent, because we're too old to play games, and just say, listen, I want you for the D,
and that's it.
I think that you're a lovely human, but your polyamorous is not the lifestyle that I'm currently choosing. But you laid a D down nice.
I'll call you when I'm ready.
So can I come over next week Thursday? Am I wrong?
No, I think you're. Listen, that's what I would do. The younger me, not the married me, not the mother me. The younger me would do that.
The younger me, first off, the younger me definitely would be like, so listen, you did good. Can we go fuck real quick? And then I'd be like, all right, I'm leaving, because I don't spend the night.
Of course not.
Don't spend the night.
Because when you spend the night, they get an inkling that they don't need to have that idea or thought process at all. No. Not at all.
So we're not spending the night, right?
Nope.
And then I'm going to call you when I'm ready. And I guess if you call me if you're ready, I'm going to think about if I'm ready now. I really want to give it up. But really, it's when I want it. That was me when I was younger. It was lovely. And they also knew that you weren't the only one.
Yeah. I kept them in threes. I tell Dre that all the time, every now and then. I used to keep them threes.
The threes for me.
And not everyone was getting anything from me. Just maybe one out of the three was the one that I used the D for.
He probably was the only one that had the good D.
Yeah, he was.
Yeah, so, yeah, all that matters.
So, yeah, my take on it.
I'm ready.
Use them the way you need to use them.
I agree.
Hi, Shanice.
Hello. Good evening. Good evening.
Good evening. Good evening. We got one more letter. One more wispy letter.
I promise you.
Uh-huh.
I'm not drunk, but Mom.
Nah, it's all them allergy medication. They got you a little
but it's not working.
All right. Giddy. Ew.
The title of this one was I Quit. Not really.
And I saw that title. I was like, that's a you story.
Oh, this is the new one. She moved on.
I did move on to you.
I thought that was the leather one.
No.
Oh, it sure isn't. Okay. I quit. Not really. Ooh, okay. We're not quitting. I love it. Okay. Are we quitting our job? Let's find out. There was an employee that submitted a resignation letter on Friday afternoon.
Oh, this is right up your alley.
It is. I'm so excited. Okay, wait. Sorry. There was an employee that submitted a resignation letter on a Friday afternoon without having a conversation with their manager or stating the reason for the resignation in their letter. So to be fair, you can do that. All right. The manager accepted the resignation letter Monday morning. because they probably weren't there on Friday afternoon to see the bloody email. So, okay, good for you, employee. You knew how to escape without being noticed. On Tuesday, during a regularly scheduled check-in, the employee shared that they were accepted to a... Was this a Tuesday before or the Tuesday after? Okay.
I think Tuesday after. That's what you said, next Tuesday morning.
No, it just said on Tuesday.
Oh, okay.
But if... Oh, okay, so maybe they resigned and gave 2 weeks notice. Okay, all right. So they didn't resign on a Friday and just dipped it and come back to work.
They didn't do what I did?
Correct.
Okay.
They resigned and gave 2 weeks notice and then came back for work. Okay.
I definitely left and didn't come back. Go ahead.
That's okay. Okay. So during a regularly scheduled check-in, the employee shared that they were accepted to a program that started in 4 weeks and was excited to begin. Love it. Congratulations. The manager congratulated the employee, good job, manager, and shared that they were surprised to receive the letter of resignation and assumed the employee had everything. Rent, health, insurance, etc. figured out. The manager expressed that if a conversation was had first, we could have discussed the best timeline for departure.
Hello.
The employees stated that they were only given the opportunity to start the program in 4 weeks, and the employee handbook said that they had to give 4 weeks. Damn. They had
4
to
weeks
give
notice?
4 weeks notice for resignation. So they sent the email when they did because of that. 4 weeks notice?
That's a long time.
Okay, let me just pop on real quick. Let me interrupt the story real quick.
Sidebar.
Okay?
I'm listening to the sidebar,
Sidebar.
as I cool off.
I don't know where this person works, but if it's New Jersey or New York, this is an at-will state. At-will means we can leave whenever the fuck we want, and you can fire us whenever the fuck you want. So, 4 weeks is a courtesy that you can give somebody. You can't ask for 4 weeks because New Jersey law, New York law is at will. You can fire anybody and we can leave at any time. That is the law.
And it could be like within 30 minutes of a time.
You can leave. It's at will.
Mm.
We don't need notice. The only time you really need to give notice is if like furlough reasons, right?
Okay.
Or like big, massive layoffs. There has to be reasons that are given. But besides that, we're at will. So again, I don't know where they're located. So I don't know what the laws are for there specifically. Because it doesn't state what city, what town, what state.
Okay.
But 4 weeks is a lot.
It is.
Okay. Ooh.
I keep checking the screen. Are we frozen? We're not frozen. Go ahead.
How do you know? Because we're moving? Oh, okay. During that conversation, the employee asked if they were going to be laid off. Wait. What is happening in this?
Wait, the employee asked if they're going to be laid off after they gave a resignation?
At the end, if they were going to be laid off at the end of the fiscal year, and the manager said that it was likely for a number of reasons.
Oh, so I guess they felt that they were going to get fired anyway, so they resigned.
Right.
Okay. 4 weeks is a long time. It is a long time.
It is a long time. But I'm still here thinking about this whole... I'm trying to think of the timeline. So you went at the end of the fiscal year, so fiscal year is December 2025, and you asked your manager, you're my manager, hey, am I going to get laid off at the end of the fiscal year? And you really had the audacity to tell me, well, it might be. It's a possibility. And then you're surprised they handed in the resignation letter?
I think this conversation is happening after the resignation letter.
So you think
I think during the check-in, this conversation is transpiring.
Okay. All right. I'm trying to pick it up.
Right? Because if that's the case, they would have told us they had the conversation first and then they got the letter of resignation. But they're telling us they got the letter of resignation and they're having the check-in. And during the check-in, this is the conversation that transpired. This is what I'm getting.
Okay. And so then the manager says that, oh, yeah, it's likely that it could have happened.
But that doesn't mean it was necessarily true.
No. Right. But then don't be upset that they handed in the resignation. That's my thing. You basically told them, yeah, you might be fired. So don't be mad they handed in the resignation. I think it came out as a surprise.
Right. I think that's what I think that's what they said. They said it came out as a surprise, as a shock. Yeah.
Okay. So now, a week later, that Friday.
So it's a Friday. The Friday was a resignation. Now we're at the Friday after the resignation. Okay.
The employee messaged their manager and asked if they could chat before the end of the day. Oh, the employee fucked up. The manager agreed, And the employee asked if it was possible for the manager to move up.
What? To move up what? To move up what? To move up what?
Oh, this employee's dumb. To move up the potential layoff from June to March so that they could collect a severance and file for unemployment.
I was gonna say you once you resign, you can't get unemployment. You can't file for unemployment. Did they say how old this employer is?
No.
This has to be a Gen Z, and I don't mean it in a negative way, but I mean it in a way where they act fast and think later.
I want you to know that like this brings back so many HR memories because you can't make this shit up. Okay, or if it was possible to potentially push their resignation back to June because they were now given the option for an August start. Oh, you a dumb hoe. I don't even know if it's a female, but you a dumb hoe. The manager stated that it would not be possible, but that they would touch base with HR and the CEO to confirm and would reach back out to the employee early the following week with a response. I want you to know, I would have just, if I was the manager, I've been like, nah, he resigns. But I understand. You followed, you did your due diligence, and you went to HR. Okay, good job, manager. So now, on Monday morning, 2 weeks later.
We're in the week 2. The start of week 2.
The start of
week 2.
Yes. The employee messages the manager to say that they received approval from their program and
What?
And they hope to stay on the team through the end of the fiscal year, which I'm assuming is June, the end of June.
But you put in a resignation for 4 weeks, which is nowhere near June. I'm sorry. Go ahead. I digress.
The manager replied back saying that the organization could not process a lot off now or in 3 months from now. Could not process a lot off now or in 3 months from now. The employee started asking questions urgently and insisted that they were going to submit a letter rescinding their offer. No, you dumb fool. You already... Okay, sorry, let me finish. One more sentence. The manager told them that it would be up to the company to accept the resignation and that the organization was going to decline doing so. Oh, and at that, the organization was going to decline. So the organization was not going to rescind the resignation. They were going to accept the resignation. What? I don't understand this last sentence. Read the last sentence for me. So first off,
the manager told them that it would be up to the company to accept the resignation and at the organization was going to decline doing so. And that, I think it's an added letter.
Okay, but what?
And that the organization was going to decline doing so.
Decline accepting the resignation, so they're going to stay with the company?
I guess decline rescinding their offer. Yeah, would accept the resignation and decline rescinding the offer.
Who?
The organization is going to decline, is going to accept the resignation as final. They're not going to rescind.
Okay, that's what I'm understanding too. Okay, so first off, this person's a dumb hoe.
I knew your HR hat went on as soon as you read that. As soon as it said employee, I said, "Oh, her HR hat is on."
Cause you a dumb hoe. What?
But my manager hat went on because there was so many things wrong with that. Because what are we doing here? It's giving someone who doesn't understand how working in the workforce works. I know that was a tongue twister.
No, it's giving you just graduated college and this was your first job and you didn't talk to your mama. That's what it's giving.
Because my thing is, okay, so I think she mentioned, the person mentions that she was under the assumption when they put in the letter of resignation that they had all their items in affair, right? In order, right?
Health insurance,
right.
etc. Yes.
But clearly this person doesn't understand that when you resign from a job, all of that goes away. Effective immediately, right? They don't owe you any unemployment. They don't owe you a severance. Now, there are some places that do. I was very fortunate when I left. it was something that offered as part of the benefit. I still got my and that was the catalyst to me giving my letter of resignation. But not most employers do not give you a severance package.
Unless it's a furlough,
right?
Typically,
or a regular layoff.
Stop.
And even then, with the regular layoff, they don't have to give you a severance.
Stop. This person is a dumbass hoe. Listen, I'm so sorry. The moment that you hand in your resignation to your company, the company has written you off. The company has decided.
They don't give two shits.
No. Like, they can reach out and try and get you to rescind, right? Of course, to say, to be like, well, listen, you got an offer of $100K, we're going to match it, whatever, and give you a bonus. They can, right? Most companies do not, because you're number 72, and they're going to go find number 74.
Period.
So as soon as you put in that resignation, it was a wrap. It was done for you. You put in that resignation, you should have and the fact that you have a manager means that you're not high up in the C-suite, right? You're not high up in an executive status.
Yeah.
You're a regular peon.
Not a peon.
A peon. So then, yeah, no, sweetie, no, sugar boo. You getting fired. You're done. You handed in your resignation. You said, I'm going to give you 4 weeks notice because per the company policy is 4 weeks. Fine. You're done. What they could have done is said, no, we accept your resignation effective immediately and you could be gone. They don't have to honor 4 weeks.
Yeah, they don't. They don't have to.
Especially,
they can say we're not going to pay you the extra 4 weeks. You could be gone.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
So we're going to not pay you. We're going to keep our insurance money. We're going to keep our long-term and short-term disability money. We're going to keep our overhead for the insurance on R for AD&D, right? We're going to keep all
that. Whatever your salary is, we can short it. Who said something?
Yeah, I thought as soon as you put in the resignation letter, they honor it. Unfortunate, but it's true. Yeah, they don't. So you can put in that you want your resign and you're going to be effective 2 weeks is going to be your notice or whatever. But the company can come back and say, thank you so much for putting in your resignation. We're going to make it effective as of today.
Yeah.
You can get your stuff and go.
Yeah. And they can escort your ass out.
They sure can. And it would come as such a shock, right? Because in your mind, you're thinking 2 weeks. But this is just a messy situation because now you coming back in the middle.
Back and forth. Can I get this? Can I get that? Can I get this? Can I get that?
What you should have done.
Is your homework. Sorry.
Yes. So if you should have gone back to the company you got the offer from and been like, okay, do I have to start on this date? Is there another date for me to start?
No, wasn't it a program?
Whatever it is there another date for me to start? You should have waited to talk.
You should have. Wait. Pause. If you got accepted to something, doesn't it typically tell you the start date?
I feel like it was another company they got accepted to. She said program, or they said program, but I feel like it was just another job.
Right.
So you can kind of, if they have a nice HR company and a nice HR department, you can kind of finagle when you're going to start, right? You can talk to them.
What was that look for?
Because why be pushing out start dates?
Ooh.
Why be pushing out start dates? Okay. What this person should have done, realistically, is you wanted to avoid confrontation, which is why you sent in your resignation letter on a Friday afternoon. That's why you sent it in. One day.
That was a cowardly way. Oh, I can't talk. I'll keep my mouth shut.
But it's not even that. It's just, you're trying to say that you have to do the 4 week notice. One day wouldn't have mattered. If you're 3 weeks and 6 days,
okay,
they would have still said, all right, that's 4 weeks, right? They would have rounded. You took a cowardly way because you didn't want to talk to nobody. You should have put in your resignation, fine, but then you should have talked to your manager.
I think you should talk to your manager prior to putting in that resignation.
It sounds like they didn't have a good relationship. Because I would have talked to unless I had.
But she seems like a dodo. Like, even if she had a good relationship, she seems like a dodo. Like, she felt like.
She does seem like a dodo.
Because how you put in the resignation and say, hey, can I switch today? Can I rescind that?
No, you can't rescind. You put in a date, boo-boo. You stuck with his date. You stuck with it.
Yeah.
And now you're trying to.
And I think the manager says it's like, why didn't you say something? I could have helped you.
Right.
So I don't think that she did not have a good relationship. I think she's just a ditz.
But it's also the fact that you're trying to leverage and get extra money
Because you realize that, oh shit, I can't apply for unemployment.
because you quit. Girl, she's dumb. I'm so sorry. You can't make this up. You literally can't make this shit up in HR. I
You can't.
promise you. And I want you to know, if I was that manager, yeah, I would talk to HR and all those good things. But I'd be like, yo, HR, we can get rid of her tomorrow. Because the way that you acted,
Not unless she needs her for something.
I don't. I'm going to take care of it. Get rid of her.
Yeah, it's less the headache.
Right. Get rid of her.
Because it's the wine. It's officially the wine.
Because it's like, first off, it's not the middle of the day. You had food.
That pinky's up.
That pinky is up.
No, it doesn't even in the middle of the day when I have wine. Wine just makes me a little mellow. Don't look at me like that.
Okay. There were so many ways to do this so much better. And my HR brain would just be like, dumb girl.
Right.
You don't have a mentor. You don't have
And
a mentor.
not
You don't
only-
talk to your mama.
Not only that, by the time it hits HR,
Absolutely.
it's documented. There is no backtracking to fix or finagle nothing.
Just count the loss, boo. Absolutely. Just count that as a loss,
Yeah.
boo. You messed up. Okay, so my prayer now for this person, because now you're jobless. It's official. You're jobless and you're not going to a new job until August.
Starbucks is always hiring.
It's not even that.
I didn't mean it in a bad way. Just Starbucks is always hiring, you know?
It's not even that. I hope that you've now learned a lesson.
I hope so.
And if you're going to try and leverage and get some money, play your actual job first. Talk to the people in your actual job first.
Yeah.
Before you go and accept things from another company. Because once you sign that document, you've signed the document.
When you submit it, you submit it.
Right. It's signed, sealed,
Delivered.
delivered.
I'm yours.
You're theirs. Like, you done. You're done. Girl, bye. Girl, bye. I don't feel bad. I'm just saying. That's it.
That's it.
That's all the whispies.
That's
Thanks
all
for
the whispies. So, how'd you guys like it? How'd you like our first live whisper to us? I liked it because we got other feedback
in the moment.
in the moment.
Yes.
I love it. I love it.
It's nice to get feedback in the moment.
Because our brains are thinking everything, and then, you know, you have people watching it, and their
They
brains
think something else.
Yep.
And I appreciate all the thoughts.
Yep,
all
yep.
the thoughts, all the ideas, all the...
the good stuff.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
My
Should we
brain.
do this? Like, should this be an ongoing thing? You know, I'm going to say yes. Nikita's going to say no, but I'm going to say yes. Come on. The Whispies one is good.
They say I love it.
You do? Okay, we're going to do it now. We going to do
Oh, one person said I love it, so that means it's a wrap deal.
All I needed is one person.
That's all she needs was one. But that means y'all need to send whispers.
Yep.
Hello.
Are y'all ready to send your whispers? Send your whispers. Send your whispers.
Hello. Oh, she said absolutely.
Absolutely. I love it. It's me against you. No, but this was
Y'all
fun.
enabling the shenanigans.
I love it, though. Y'all should be enabling these shenanigans all the time. And then we should play around with YouTube Live more.
Yes.
Instagram Live more,
First
too.
off,
They tried to shade us, y'all.
oh, I was gonna say
That's all I needed. Yep, that's all I needed. Thank you.
Yes, boo. First off,
They
it's
try to play us.
No, it's the fact that YouTube doesn't want to work with Apple products, and we both just have all the Apple products.
Right. And then Instagram changed its process with us, y'all. Instagram talking about we need to have 1,000 followers in order for us to go live. Hence
So,
why I'm also live on
go-
Crafted by Dee.
So can you guys go like, follow, share, get us to 1,000?
Yeah, so we'll be more shenanigan live. Tell all the people, your mother, auntie, cousin, sister, brother, and them. What happened?
So we're definitely going to send our whispers, and it should be updates on the whispers. So yes.
Okay,
So
we could do that.
Let's talk about this. Updates on the whispers. So
should we put in the unpin,
the
the unpin it and make it a short?
Oh, okay, yes, the responses. So we need updates about the 12-year-old birthday party.
Yes.
Did you pay? Did he pay?
Mhm.
How you talking about it now? How is co-parenting going?
Okay.
We need updates.
Did you leave that ninja alone?
Did you leave that ninja? And the last one is
The HR.
Manager, how are you feeling? Manager, do you feel like you should have kept them on? Are you okay with the resignation? Let us know the updates, and we'll unpin the pins. What?
Right. Because
We'll
we have a
pin the
pin it, right? And
unpins.
we put unpin on the story highlights.
Oh, what she said. I don't know what she said. But also, go like, follow, subscribe so we can get to 1,000.
And then we can go live and not have to do Crafted by Dee and with Wine
I
and Whispers.
wish y'all could have seen the behind the scenes shenanigans
to get this started, to get it together.
The stress levels.
Hold on, maybe I can. I'll show you guys the behind the scenes really quick. Really, nope, never mind. I'm not.
What you gonna touch?
No, I'm not gonna touch nothing because if I touch it, I know I'm gonna mess something up.
Right.
So I'm gonna leave it as is because it took us a lot to get here.
It did.
I'm still trying to squeeze into the frame.
I'm trying to squeeze in too. You gotta have a face. Listen, accept the half a face. Okay.
Don't worry. We have the full view recording as we normally would. That's going to post on Thursday as our regular episode.
Right. In case
So,
you missed it.
Yep. In case you missed it. And then, tell everybody in them to watch it. And then they can still add their comments and we can.
Everybody in them.
Everybody in them. So, thank you guys.
Thanks, guys. We appreciate you, Wispies.
Can we get some hearts on the screen? I love to see hearts on the screen when I watch other people's lives. I just want to see it. I just want to see that we're special enough to get hearts. Melanie, if you're still there.
Not you. I don't know.
It says that her name is Melanie. It says.
No, but I don't know how you put hearts on YouTube.
On YouTube, the heart's right there on the bottom. You just tap the heart. YouTube.
Oh, I see
Yeah.
it. Sorry, I had to do it.
Can we get the hearts? They'll check the algorithms. They'll know that we're actually legit, and they'll let us keep coming back live.
They won't.
I had to learn the little homework on Instagram and the use of the tubes.
They never letting us back on, y'all. They never letting us back.
We're good. We're behaved. Ooh, could you imagine if we do like how we did Mr. Big's episode live? That would be a nice live.
You mean out in the world, in the wild?
Mm-hmm. Y'all done gave me the taste. It's like, how you have something sweet, you gotta go back for another nibble. It's the stare. It's the stare.
I hope y'all felt the stare.
Y'all
too.
like our shenanigans. At least you get to see that it's real live. It's not edited the way you think people think it's edited for us to the interaction is real. The shenanigans is real.
Shataya sent hearts.
Thank you, Shataya.
First off.
Yes.
Ain't nobody thought the shenanigans were fake.
All right. You want to do our closer?
You do the closing because I always mess it up.
What say you guys? We do this live again? Whisper to us? Another episode? Another something? Another title?
Yay, Wispies.
See you next time, guys.
Bye, Wispies.
Bye, Wispies.
Hey, Wispies. Thank you for joining us for another hard-hitting girl talk. If you have a topic or question for us, send us a whisper at info@wineandwhispersclub.com. That's whispers with an S. See you next time, Wispies.